You can go all across America, and this is the coolest game you'll find. Moving 44 pounds of granite down a sheet of ice in a game of millimeters, it's a unique blend of strategy and sweat, and it's helped curling capture the imagination of sports fans throughout the nation. So it's only appropriate that for this season, we ride the rocking game's growing wave of popularity to the southeast, Raleigh, North Carolina, where America's best are back to take on the world in a four-nation round-robin tournament for the coveted American Cup. Tonight, mixed doubles division action in the penultimate draw as the American pair of Corey Dropkin and Sarah Anderson seek one more point under the lights against Team Scotland. Will Team USA keep rolling towards the American Cup? We'll find out tonight. NBCSN Curling Night in America. NBCSN proudly presents another edition of NBCSN Curling Night in America. Over 9,000 acres of parkland and about 1,300 acres of water in the capital of North Carolina, helping make up 200 plus parks in the city of Raleigh. We're going to park ourselves inside the Polar Iceplex for a sport featuring frozen water. Curling is ready to roll again. Team USA matched up against Scotland in mixed doubles in our featured affair.
NBCSN Curling Night in America up and running again from Raleigh. Jason Knapp with you. Glad to have you along for the ride again this season, although our ride is closer to coming to an end. It's the next to last set of games in this campaign of Curling Night in America. The three teams from each of the four nations on hand, Scotland, Italy, Japan, and the United States, winding down their competitions. Men's, women's, and mixed doubles play. We're closer to crowning champions in all of those disciplines and also figuring out which is the best nation this season, the nation that gets to bring home the American Cup. Pete Fenson, 8-time U.S. national champ, Olympic bronze medalist, is here again. Pete, mixed doubles, it was new to the Olympics for the first time in Pyeongchang in 2018. Wildly successful as it continues to grow. Less players, less rocks than the traditional four-player game. How does the strategy change?
Well, the decision-making process in the game of curling is very important. That is magnified in mixed doubles because most often there isn't somebody at the tee head calling the shots.
Well, Corey Dropkin and Sarah Anderson, the U.S. mixed doubles pair at this event, they also play in the four-player games for their teams. They also seem to excel in this format. What about their partnership really makes them shine?
Well, we've talked about their relationship and how well they get along on and off the ice. But it's the trust and understanding that they have for each other and how they like to play the game that really helps them be successful.
We'll see if that trust level can lead to a success level in our featured matchup tonight. And for more on the matchup, time for us to check in with our Tanith White.
Team USA's Sarah Anderson and Corey Dropkin have been delighting these crowds and dominating games all week long. But one of the most exciting parts of these matches is actually taking place before our cameras are even rolling. The draw shot challenge, that final single draw to the button each team gets to take to determine not only who gets the hammer in the first end, but is also tallied throughout the week to serve as a tiebreaker if necessary by the end of the tournament. So right now, Sarah and Corey have almost perfected their accuracy. Every single scoring draw shot they've taken has landed within a stone's diameter of the pin at the center of the button. I asked the chief umpire, Keith Scott, just how rare that is in the sport of curling. He told me, you know, in golf, when they test equipment, they use that iron Byron machine with that perfect standardized ideal swing. Well, in curling, now we're just going to use Sarah and Corey, telling me right now their draw shot average is in another stratosphere from their nearest competitor.
So the draw shot aces right now, hoping to master another mixed doubles duo here in the Scottish pair of Amy McDonald and Robin Bryden. Dropkin and Anderson having some fun with the crowd here in Raleigh. And they are juiced up to hopefully see another American success story here as the U.S. has looked strong throughout our event. Again, Pete, mixed doubles for those new to the game. Instead of 8 rocks for a 4-player team in each end, it's 6 rocks for these 2-player teams. One of the stones for each team preset. and each of the teams will throw 5. Sarah Anderson throwing first here for the U.S. and N1.
We're back 4.
Stay close, go. Yep. Whoa.
Those pre-play stones. 1 as a guard, 1 in the house for the 2 teams here in each end. U.S. without hammer. Scotland will have it to begin here in the first.
And the team with the hammer has their rock, as we see they're placed in the back of the forefoot. Team without the hammer gets to start with a center guard.
1 player shoots first and last. For both of these teams, it's the female player. Sarah Anderson for Team USA. Amy McDonald throwing her opener here for Scotland.
Straight for the bomb.
So we've got some rocks rolling, and we're off and running in this latest edition of Curling Night in America. NBCSN Curling Night in America is being brought to you by TeamUSAShop.com, where every purchase helps support your Team USA athletes. By the World Curling Federation, proud supporter of curling everywhere. By the 20,000-plus members of USA Curling. And by Toyota, going places. The United States and Scotland meeting in mixed doubles here on NBCSN Curling Night in America. Corey Dropkin ready to go. 24-year-old from Southborough, Massachusetts. Moved to Minnesota, college at the University of Minnesota Duluth. Been part of the U.S. high-performance system the last few years.
Where is it?
Top 4, top 8.
Always straight.
World Junior silver medalist in 2016 with his 4-player team.
Yep. Hard, need to keep it, go.
Great draw there by Corey. Dana talked about their ability to throw the rock to the middle of the rings and get close to the button, and that has a lot to do with the successes that they have.
Sarah Anderson, Broomall, Pennsylvania.
Corey Dropkin, Southborough, Massachusetts.
And you hear the introduction of the duo from Team USA that's won a couple of United States mixed doubles national championships and earned a couple of trips to the Worlds for Team USA. Now the simple peel there for Team Scotland. Let's meet the opposition for the United States.
Amy McDonald, Glasgow, Scotland.
Robin Bryden, Perth, Scotland.
Dropkin ready to roll again here for Team USA. 2-time U.S. Curling Male Athlete of the Year. Again, success in mixed doubles and with his team.
Line's really good, Corey.
Again, transitioning from the junior level, essentially with that same 4-player squad now at the senior level.
Whoa. Really good.
An interesting, Pete, he's changed himself coming out as a skip. Didn't have to sweep a lot, but played for a different team in the high-performance system a couple of years ago. Heath McCormick played front end and transformed his body. We've talked about his physicality and become an elite sweeper.
Yeah, well, Corey is one of the hardest working athletes in the high-performance program, and he's willing to do whatever he has to do to be the very best that he can.
Robin Bryden, alternate at the 2016 World Juniors for Bruce Mowat's gold medal winning team. And he went for that run back, can't hit anything in the house. And it's interesting, Pete, he was the alternate for that Scottish team that beat Corey Dropkin's team for World Junior gold a few years ago. Big world around us, small world sometimes in curling.
Yeah, and it's amazing how many times these athletes keep running into each other along the way as they progress in their careers.
Line's good, Corey. Always straight.
Corey throwing the last of his 3 in a row here for Team USA.
Yep.
It's interesting, back in those junior days, Corey Dropkin's team had beat the Scottish team in round robin play, but ended up in silver after they lost in the final 6-4. Guard put out by the United States, and as we'll witness, Whether it's Sarah Anderson or Corey Dropkin throwing, Corey will handle the sweeping duties just about 99.9% of the time by himself.
And not only is he a great sweeper, but he's really mastered the ability to throw and then jump up and get right to that rock. It doesn't get very far down the sheet before he's got a broom down in front of it.
Maybe there's something you've still got pin on this side.
Last one coming up for Bryden with the 2 final stones for each team. Anderson for Team USA, McDonald for Team Scotland still to come. The one on the button for the Scots, currently the one that counts.
Line only.
Whoa.
Bryden trying to make a corner freeze here on that red rock on the top of the button.
Okay, no then. Slightly come down. Good. 25?
Pretty nicely done. You
Guard this.
can see there that he did advance that red stone a little bit further into the button, so shot for 2 will be more difficult.
Yep, and this is probably coming off. I say just guard it.
Yeah.
Yep. We're on this A.
Yeah.
So thinking guard here with the last for the United States in N1.
Yeah, there isn't much here for the Scots for more than one.
You threw this.
Sarah's going to guard the intern side.
I think edge of 4 should be pretty close. You like
You can
that?
see just a little piece of the button on the outturn side. I'm not sure that that corner guard will allow access, however.
Sarah Anderson in her mid-20s, Broomall, PA, outside of Philadelphia. She and her twin sister Taylor, both involved in the game from an early age.
25.
Taylor operating with Jamie Sinclair's team as the lead this season. Sarah was with Team Sinclair last few years, now focused in on mixed doubles this campaign.
A little high.
Whoa, let it sit, let it sit. Sit.
Come on, love, sit. Okay, great weight, Sarah.
That one over curling slightly. You can see there, probably a 2-rock hole between those 2 red guards.
Yeah. Hack.
I think it's worth a go.
Yeah.
The worst you lose is 1, I think. Catch what you can see.
Yeah.
So whatever you can see, normal.
Normal.
Normal, this will stick. This should stick on here. This hopefully moves.
Right there.
Yep.
It's call there. Scotland with the intern.
Can't see it
Normal
doing a
weight.
whole
They're going to try and just run that yellow onto the second shot stone. Try and stick it there for 1. They're thinking the back rock will drag and stick on the rock in the back of the 4-foot for 2.
Can't see a whole lot.
Aye. Hit what you can see.
Yeah.
22-year-old Amy McDonald, part of a Scottish junior women's championship team a couple of years ago. That group was skipped by Rebecca Morrison, who is shooting last rocks in the Scottish women's team playing this season in Curling Night in America. Scotland, final throw, opening end. And it ticks the guard in front. Scotland forced to take only 1. So the U.S. watching Scotland score first, but just a single. The U.S. has hammer for the first time coming up in N2.
All right, I'm here with 2 of the most magnetic personalities in curling, the mixed doubles duo of Sarah Anderson and Corey Dropkin. It seems from the outside looking in that Sarah is wearing the pants in this relationship. She's calling a lot of shots. Is that the case? How does that work out with the power dynamic?
That's totally the case. Yeah, she. Well, I think one of the biggest elements for the 2 of us is that we both trust each other, our knowledge for the sport, our strategy. At the end of the day, you know, mixed doubles is such a quick sport that if I can't get a look at the house or if she can't get a look at the house, you know, we sort of trust each other's opinion and kind of just buy all into the shot.
Is it a little bit nice sometimes though, putting him to work, just seeing him sweat it out?
He does all of the sweeping.
She's the brains. I'm the bronze.
Yeah. You know, and I totally trust him on his calls too. So when we do talk and he's really adamant about a shot, you know, like he knows when to step in when I'm like not thinking. And he's a bit more goofier than me out on the ice, like dancing or whatever it might be. So I think we really balance each other out in that way. And he like helps make it fun, and it's great.
1-0 Scotland after one. The United States has the last shot, the hammer here in end number 2. A couple of rocks already in play, along with the preset stones in each end here in mixed. Robin Bryden
7.
with the first of his 3 in a row here for Team Scotland.
13-10.
8.
Again, Pete, one player has to throw the first and last, the other has to throw the middle 3, but they could swap out during the game if they need to and change positions, essentially.
Yeah, from one end to the next, if a team chooses, they can change that lineup. Typically, though, what we've seen is teams find what works well, and they've just started to stick with that, as we see on this team here of Corey and Sarah. Corey always throws those middle 3. Sarah throws the first and last.
Again, we've heard them talk about their relationship, their ability, and I really appreciated what Sarah said. This game moves so fast sometimes that if they have to make a quick decision, they're kind of okay with it because they've done it so many times in the past.
Yeah, they've got a really good routine. They've got some really good systems in place, not to mention how well they get along, which we've talked about more than once. So they really understand how to make things work well for them.
They're also both pretty good shot makers, and Dropkin with a nice throw there. Count of 1 here right now for Team USA.
You can maybe take an inch less if you want.
Yeah, very importantly, they both handle the speed at which the mixed doubles game moves along at.
View from overhead. Bryden getting into the hack. See how the house is currently constructed. McDonald laying the broom for the next for the Scots.
Wait's nice.
Close.
Bryden with another in-turn draw attempt.
6.
Yep. Straight. Go.
That one over curls a little. I think they probably could have swept that for line.
Same weight.
Yes, they rolled to the button, but
Yeah, that was a 10.
they've left this pretty simple in-off for Corey. Now he should be able to kill both those Yellowstones.
Okay.
Yep. Whoa, whoa. Yep. Hard.
Corey attempting to get inside the nose of this first red one. Roll the shooter towards the button and kick that other Yellowstone into the open. Like so.
Can you just increase your volume a little bit?
Okay.
We're just having a little bit of a hard time hearing you.
Once they got it by the guard here, Corey a little bit, 1 or 2 shots high side to get some curl there.
You heard Corey too, with that conversation with Sarah, just having her
Let's make this, please. I've just thrown it.
be a little bit louder in conversing, especially with
Give me an inch more.
There.
I mean, that was
where the
heavy
fans
last
are
week.
here
I like
in
that,
Raleigh, right there, and certainly really backing them, especially with the U.S. trying to jump into the lead here in the second.
Another finite adjustment that needs to be made between teams in the mixed doubles and 4-person game. From one venue to the next, sometimes they play in curling clubs where the sound is the volume is escalated, so they can't really understand each other. In this case, a live crowd, they have to make some adjustments as well.
Similar weight.
Okay, rim just
Probably
now.
can't go right now.
Okay, if you need to go, we're swinging.
Getting quieter here for the Scots, so they can have their conversation here despite the distance, although
1340.
it's closing as the rock continues to move down to the opposite sheet.
Okay.
Right on, trying to get
Just the same
frozen
even
right
done.
on there. He's a couple
Even
feet
stay right
heavy
here is
and
fine.
How much weight?
gives that U.S.
what
Stone
do
a
you
little
give me
tap
a
now, a
10?
chance
Like
here
this? Sorry?
How much weight?
for Corey.
Control?
Yeah,
He
like
can
this?
kill that Yellowstone and sit
I
right
don't know
in
if
the
I can
open
see
in the top
inside
part
of
of the
it.
forefoot.
I think I'd rather board if you like that.
Okay, give me 11, 5, 11,
Okay.
11.
Yep, let's do that.
Once again, that 11 that they're talking about is 11 seconds from one hog line to the other hog line.
Stay close.
And no speedometer on these rocks, so you've got to use the clock to gauge how fast they're going.
Hard! Right to it, come on, go! You got it, go, 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 go!
This one looks a little light. Corey's not able to hold it.
Sorry, Sarah. I know I was a little down out of hand.
Yeah, I got a 12. Close, I think so.
Shoot.
Close, but not what Team USA wanted.
No, Corey's just trying to get to the nose of that yellow rock.
They're always
Really
carrying.
gain control of the scoring area.
Would you like?
Do you ever like moving that?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, you could nose tap.
Scotland also has the out turn
You
draw
ever leave it so they can
Yeah.
ping it off you and spins out.
right
Yeah.
into the top of the forefoot.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just get in the collection. Even if on the nose of this is okay.
Yeah. There was my draw shot, but I want to take more, but then it's just coming off the hill a bit.
I think just take that.
Okay.
Should be close. I can sweep it early and keep it out there.
So the last here for Team Scotland in N2, and the house is a rockin' here with a lot of possibilities.
Trying to get this draw fully into the forefoot. Love to force
I think this is the call.
a single here by Corey and Sarah.
Oh, shoot.
Corey still ruining that misfire with his last.
Yeah, if he makes it, gets to the nose, it really sets them up for a big end.
Last for the Scottish player from Glasgow here
Yeah, stay on it.
in N2.
Moving now. Right to it. Right to it.
Trying to hold the line.
Right to it and kind of right through it a little bit there, Pete.
That rock over curling a little. They're trying to go right into the side of the button.
Or that. Spin this in.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't want to do that.
No.
I think this, the two.
I'm okay with that.
Right to
Weight
it.
really comes off this, and as it does, it kind of takes off. Actually missing the line by almost a half a rock.
We have the option of just hitting it right onto that.
Yeah, it's my draw path, right?
Yeah, I'd say a little less though.
Sarah's got this in-turn tap on the rock right on the center line at the top of the forefoot. Just has to tap it in fully into the forefoot for two.
So looking for back four here, you think?
Yeah, back 4 to back 8.
Okay, my first one was light here this end. Can I aim for 85?
That should be close. You got it, sir.
Plenty for her to run
gonna
into
err
in
on the
the
tight side.
forefoot now. The one on
You
the
got it.
button
Be good.
or that yellow rock belonging to Scotland that sits on the side of the forefoot.
Sarah Anderson
94.
Says mixed doubles gives her a lot of practice of playing high pressure shots as she throws the last stone for she and her team. Chance here to post a pair and give the U.S. the lead.
That's a great shot. Oh, girl.
Well done.
2.
Nice touch there. Good communication between Corey and Sarah to get the broom in the right place to make that shot as well.
They love it in Raleigh. The cowbells say the U.S. has the lead. 2-1 through 2 on NBCSN Curling Night. U.S. 2, Scotland 1, N3. Off and rolling here from Raleigh. Jason Knapp, Pete Fenson, Tanith White, and you. Thanks for joining us here for this latest edition of NBCSN Curling Night in America. Dropkin the throw and popping up as usual to offer his own sweeping services.
Top 4.
Line's great, Core. 14-2. Line's good. Don't need to make it curl. Line's good.
Pete, we talked about his self-sweeping and also mentioned his work in the gym, getting bigger physically. He's talked a lot about his mobility started to decrease, and it was important for him, really worked hard with the U.S. training staff to get it back, especially in that delicate ballet when you're sweeping for yourself.
Yeah, this particular discipline of the game is so unique that he had to actually enhance his skill set a little bit so that he's able to play at a high level. You know, like we talked about him being able to throw and stay down long enough to actually follow through a shot, but then jump up and be able to sweep, have the strength, but still have the flexibility. So a lot more has gone into it than may appear.
6. 5.
Robin Bryden.
Yes, straight. Way only.
6.
Way only.
Doing that same
Can I go low?
Straight if you're...
self-brooming
No,
here.
You're through here.
Just like
Through here.
Dropkin. And that is hard to do. Missed his target and somehow it slots all the way through that narrow port.
Yeah, big chance now for Team USA. That's not a very big hole. That Bryden slid that rock through to the back of the 8-foot. But now definitely an opening for Dropkin and Anderson.
Do you have the same ice?
Same ice.
Same ice, same shot. Corey's following his last right in around that guard.
Might be a bit tighter.
Okay. I like the weight.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
It looks like
lots of room by the guard.
Top 4 T-line.
Looks hot.
You want me to take it back?
I guess. Yep. Yep. Go, 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 go. Keep on going. Keep on going. Go, go, go.
Sorry, Sarah.
Not where they wanted it. They definitely wanted to keep that above the tee line. Let Scotland off the hook just a bit there.
Again, the Scots with the hammer here in N3.
That rock we see top corner of the 4-foot under cover is still a good rock for Team USA. Makes the score 2 that much tougher for the Scots.
Nice hot.
Yep. Right to it.
Bryden playing the hit and roll now on that back rock. That one also over curling.
Do you like the draw again or this?
U.S. lying 1.
I don't mind the draw.
You like it right here?
Yeah.
I think Corey'd like to get in here for a second shot. Freeze right on their own.
And the third end here of our 8-end game. We've reached the point of what's become the signature sweat here for Corey Dropkin. He usually works himself into a pretty good lather, sweeping his own rocks and those for his partner.
Big weight's good.
Yeah, having to sweep every rock of the end.
Top 8.
Definitely a lot of work.
I like the weight.
Needs a curl ton, Corey.
Okay.
Where is it?
Weight's really nice. It's top 8. Top
Needs
4
a curl
maybe.
a bit.
Okay. Set this jam. Sit. Oh my goodness.
That one's a little heavy now. Corey setting up a double here for Scotland. Should be able to kill both those red rocks.
Yours curled a bit, but
Get them out of the 4
I don't
foot.
think it was played perfectly though.
I think less. Mine's will run a lot straighter. I'm playing peel, so.
See there, Bryden can see about a half a rock. Should be plenty enough to make this double. Has to be a little careful he doesn't actually jam the top one on their own in the back of the 8 foot. Oh, bad miss there by Robin Bryden. He had a great opportunity there to get things opened up.
You can hear the frustration in his
Then
voice.
it's not great. But if we make this, it's real good.
But even if we do this,
Then they make this. Oh, actually, if we do this, this stuffs. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. This or roll to make that.
Yeah.
Super good.
yeah, I like that. You like normal
So the
here?
line going that way curls a
Straight.
little bit, but not much,
I'm
right?
gonna throw a nice
Normal?
9.5.
Okay.
Plan A is this, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So a quarter
But
of a
nose
rock.
is good too.
Yeah, I'll make sure at least.
You like right here?
Great chat there by Corey and Sarah. Sarah's going to the other end to throw the last rock, and she's very clear. She has two good options. She can hit this rock on the nose, or she can hit and roll under that stagger and make it really, really difficult for the Scots to score.
So we need to hit a quarter, right?
No, like a half.
A half?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she went through a process there, Pete. Kind of the hit and stays one, the hit and rolls a little bit. Would the pro side error here be to just throw it a little bit harder than you think?
Yeah, to make sure like the nose is the second best option here. So if she's playing a board weight shot, and she happens to be a little heavy,
Curl, baby.
she gets
Come
the
on.
second best with the nose hit.
Come on. Curl.
And that's really
great,
what
Sarah. Good throw.
transpired here. And that works for the United States. Not optimum, but it still works.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like it's tough now for Scotland to score.
Make that go.
Yeah.
See where that red rock just delivered by
Need to
Sarah
get this one
stopped.
shifted.
There.
Yeah.
It's not third shot, but it's running interference on that middle red rock in the top corner of the 4 foot.
So last shot here for McDonald. Scotland, again, would love to score. Now trying to limit damage here with the U.S. Looking solid for a steal.
Yeah, a bit of a tough count here for Scotland.
The Scots forced to one. First time they had Hammer in the first. Here in N3 with Hammer again.
Carl.
And wow. Wicked Karam kind of caught Bryden in the house by surprise. And it will be 2 for the United States.
That was just great rock positioning by Corey and Sarah. You see the way these rocks bounce off of each other. They take advantage of the rock in the back of the 8 foot as well.
Well, dancing away with a bigger lead. Team USA now up 4-1. 4-1 lead for Sarah Anderson, her teammate Corey Dropkin, the United States mixed doubles duo here on NBCSN Curling Night in America. The Rocks getting pre-positioned for the start here. One for each team. Scotland has the hammer, so that Yellowstone placed behind the button in the house. And the red guard for Team USA put out on the center line.
All right, let's finish this first half off strong.
Let's make this one perfect. Right on the.
I like it.
Right on the pin. I think a 90. You like a 90 here?
95.
Okay.
I love that. Let's make it
On the
perfect.
edge.
Just a great comment and really a great way to put the team's mind in the right place.
Heard Tanith White talking about Anderson and
95.
Dropkin's precision, pin placement perfection for this team
Mine's good.
with these draw shots. See if they can get one perfect here to start at the outset.
Line's great. Really good.
Sit. Shot.
Not on the pin, so
Sorry.
perfection not achieved, but still rock solid to start things off.
Really, really good throw by Sarah. Corey got a little overzealous there and overswept that one, but still ends up frozen on the back.
Wait's good for bump.
Hey, rim just now.
Can maybe go here.
McDonald,
You need to wait.
I can walk, go for weight.
she and her partner trying to ramp things up
Curling hard.
and trying to build something in the third, down a point, never really materialized, and their deficit even larger now.
Freeze right to ours.
What'd you get on that?
13-8.
That yellow rock just delivered by McDonald doesn't end up in too bad of a place. It's probably a third buried and still top four, so something they can use here throughout this end.
Line looks good.
I like the weight. Top four.
Straight. Line's good, Core. Where is it?
Little bump.
Close then. Yep.
Top
yep.
four.
Yep. Hard. You know, brush the yellow. Brush the yellow.
It's good.
Good spot
I
there.
wasn't really sure where we were trying to go on that one.
Back line? Oh, yeah. That was right there.
Okay.
Trying to get past the yellow and freeze the inside of that red one, but
Move that one back to that.
just a little kiss there. That one ends up pretty good as well.
Back line.
Just inside edge of it. Yep.
Bryden McDonald, pair of 22-year-olds. Dropkin and Anderson, both in their mid-20s. Seeing mixed doubles catch on around the globe, especially for countries emerging in the sport. You don't need a ton of players to play.
Inside of anything.
And a pair, a male and a female, that are good enough,
Curling
have the
nice.
right to maybe earn their way to the World Championships. Frustration there for Bryden.
There.
Same shot.
In fact, Pete, it's drawing a lot of the big names of the sport now with Olympic medals on display. John Schuster partnered with Corey Christensen to go and represent Team USA at the Worlds last year. They earned bronze.
There's a shot of this little miscue here by Bryden. Trying to get to the nose of that red rock by rolling off now. Setting Team USA up a little bit better. They kicked that red rock
Easy there.
over where it's a little bit safer.
Right here.
Just want to get a good look. How much weight?
Control.
Okay.
And yeah, I agree. The allure of the Olympics has many top level athletes competing in both disciplines, mixed doubles as well as a four-person game.
Anna Hasselborg, Oscar Eriksson, regarded as two of the elite players in the world in the four-player games. both world champions, Olympic medalists. They combined for a super team, and they won the mixed doubles world title a season ago.
Control. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
Curl.
Curl, curl.
Corey trying to roll right into the button there.
That one.
She left a little pocket now for Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set up.
Hack.
Okay.
Bryden with hack weight. Wants to let this out turn just curl across the face of that U.S. stone that sits just above the tee line and roll right into the button.
Well, a bit miffed after his last. Can Bryden redeem himself a little bit here with the next throw?
Whoa. Whoa.
Scotland trying to rally here against Team USA. We'll pick it up in N4 in a moment in Raleigh.
What do you think? That was.
Scotland trying to close the gap
Is
on
this
Dropkin
any good?
and Anderson
Oh, yeah.
towards the end of N4.
I like that.
United
Like
States up
control or
3.
normal? I think control is pretty good.
Corey's looking at hitting that
And
yellow
just
rock
like
on the nose
Nose or just inside nose?
You just threw a 10-2.
Yeah, I'll
onto
throw the
their
same
red,
thing.
killing both yellows. But I think that I like that back red one there. You see it's keeping Scotland from removing shot rock right now.
Looks like a lot.
Okay, I'll tighten you up.
Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Yep, yep.
Go, Sarah, go. Go, Sarah, go.
Well, it took out some yellow, and that red is still in the
line
neighborhood
call,
back
Sarah.
there.
Atta girl.
But shot rock can now be removed, and you can see Robin Bryden quick to go up and
If I get this right.
make a play on that rock.
We're just nose, like a hair high on nose is perfect.
Okay.
So you're looking at just tapping that red stone to the back of the forefoot, leaving the shooter frozen to their own just a tad high of the nose and lining it up into the pocket of the two reds back there.
Yeah. Or we'd have wrecked the guard.
No. Good line call. So they're gonna try to.
Top.
Yeah.
Might have a double.
Well, you let Corey and Sarah here do the analysis. They're going to try to tap here on this shot. Let's see if the tap comes into play the right way here for Team Scotland.
Yeah, line.
Wants to get this tapped on about 3/4 of the nose.
Hard. Hard.
Instead, rubbing the guard. And at least trying to get it in the vicinity.
Trying to spin it back, actually, I think it looked like, and get it corner frozen on their own.
We need to guard that, right?
My gut says guard. Yeah.
What do they have?
Guard's probably the shot here.
Here. I mean, they're risking peeling their own out.
Team USA's line 1, third and fourth shot.
Part of that.
Well, we could just hit this and roll in front, and they can't get more than one.
If we hit and just go right here.
Yeah, they can't get more than one that way, right?
I like that.
Yeah. Normal?
Well, they could get more than one if
Yeah.
we just nose this. I
Yeah,
think we want to
then
make sure
we have to roll. We have
make
to
sure we
roll.
use this rock.
Yeah. I like a 9-5 with this broom.
I like it if you like it.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to put a broom down for your visual?
So trying to force one here.
Okay.
Sarah says hit and roll in front. Score of more than one for Scotland is really, really difficult.
If we could, rolling just to bite the center line,
Yeah.
I think is like the perfect spot.
I agree.
And once again, we hear them communicating and being very precise, to use your words there, Jason. Trying to put the rock in the perfect place, which is really important. I think that's a great approach.
The way they converse, there's no guesswork there. They're very, again, in tune to making sure the other has the right information exactly.
Right, they both know exactly where they want the rock to stop.
And that one does
Great try,
not
Sarah.
go
Good throw.
where they had hoped.
It's still a tough
Fire.
situation here for Scotland to get more than one.
Yep.
See that red rock in the back of the forefoot is in such a good place.
I like it.
And this one just over curls. Sarah trying to hit 3/4 of a rock.
Close, yep. Hard. Hard, yes.
She thinks it's pretty close, and then realizing it took that diagonal path through the hole. And Scotland now with opportunity here with this last rock. At least trying to get something. U.S. still with shot stone.
You got to get that rock off the button. Pretty straightforward hit for one, but being able to outcount the back red one is the trick.
Fine.
Close. Swing it.
Okay. 1-0.
That'll do, but it is just one for Scotland. The U.S. still in front. 4-2 our score at the halfway point of this mixed doubles game on NBCSN Curling Night in America. Welcome back to NBCSN Curling Night in America from Raleigh, North Carolina. Presented by the Olympic Channel, home of Team USA. Jason Knapp, Pete Benson, Tanith White, here for another edition with you. Our featured game tonight, mixed doubles for the United States and Scotland. The other scores from this session: Italy leading Japan 5-1 in men's play. John Schuster and the American men shutting out Scotland at the break. And in mixed doubles, the Italians 6, the Japanese 1. Pete, our featured game, Team USA without Hammer in the first, and Scotland only able to get a single.
Yeah, well played end by Team USA. Not really much there for Scotland. They have to settle for a single.
The U.S. with Hammer in the second, Sarah Anderson delivering.
Sarah with a really great touch shot here to make this tap into the forefoot for two.
The U.S. leading, and Scotland with more trouble here in N3.
Pressure's on here for Scotland. Trying to make a nose hit for one. This one overthrown a bit. Rolls out. Steal a two for Team USA.
So the U.S. lead up to 4-1. Then in N4, Scotland back on the board, but settling for another single.
McDonald on the mark here with just a simple
1-0.
contact with her own for the 1 point.
4-2 at the break as Tanith talks about it with the Americans.
Sarah, Corey, we've already determined that Sarah wears the pants in this partnership, so I'm coming to you first. How do you think your strategy played out in that first half?
I think we're doing a really good job of placing our rocks with the correct angles and controlling the ends, and we're having a battle out here with Scotland, so it's a whole lot of fun, and hopefully we keep it up for the second half.
A little bit more of a tense match with it being your final match in this tournament. There's more on the line. How do you manage more pressure-filled situations between the two of you?
I think a big factor of it is just sort of focusing in on our game and kind of blocking out all those other elements that go into the championship for mixed doubles. And so really we're just focused on playing our game, trying to make every shot, and letting the process kind of play out.
All right, guys, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That calm, positive demeanor for this young duo seems to work very well. Again, A couple of U.S. national titles for them in mixed doubles, and the lead here in this game as well, 4-2. The Americans have hammer here in the 5th as Scotland, with its first thrown stone of this end. 2 pre-placed stones. Great view at the curl. McDonald's first offering. A little heavy.
That one definitely over curling. Weight wasn't too bad, but line was never good. You see that one sliding past that red stone in the back of the forefoot.
Scotland really has never been truly dialed in, it feels like, to the ice here in this game. You see Sarah Anderson has been locked in from the get-go, 97% shooting the first 4 ends.
And it's so important to just to be, as you said, dialed in and connected well with the ice, to know how much curl is in the ice and have control of the speed as well.
Line's great, line's great.
So Anderson putting one on the edge of the button as we continue play in the 5th from Raleigh in a moment.
Let's watch out for that track.
4-2 lead, Team USA against Scotland in mixed doubles here on NBCSN Curling Night in America.
And more.
The Scots ready to play next. Amy McDonald laying the broom. Robin Bryden just a shade under 75% here.
Yeah, inside.
First of his 3 straight throws in this end.
Yeah, if you're gonna go swing.
Scotland needs to get one to stop here in the top part of the forefoot. You see that rock delivered by Sarah Anderson in the top of the button, which is really great and usable.
Okay.
That one's not perfect, but at least has potential to be advanced into the forefoot.
There, this.
This?
Whichever one you like.
I think I like this.
Okay.
Corey now trying to just pile one on there. Freeze on the shot rock, the top of the button.
Line's good.
Solid shooting from Dropkin thus far.
Top 8, top 12.
Yep. Hard. Hard, Court. Hard to line. Yep.
Corey'd love to get this one all the way down into the forefoot.
Yep, hard all the way, never off. Keep on going, keep on going. You got it. Go, 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 go. Hard, hard. Good job.
Not a bad result there.
14-7.
Would have loved to have gotten it past that yellow one, actually.
And more.
Just
T-weight.
under it. Really choke that off and make it unusable for the Scots. See a big sweep here by Corey. Going for distance as well as line. That little bounce helped Team USA a little bit.
Go, 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 go. Hard, hard.
Allows that rock to be used if needed later in the end.
Weight's nice.
Okay,
Bryden's next.
Probably need to swing. Yeah, swing.
Bryden now playing a straight tap on the rock previously thrown.
Come here, Robin. We're there in the south.
Once again, struggles with weight for Team Scotland. That one quite heavy.
Freeze, Core.
Yeah, just a little dangerous.
Leaving Team USA line 2. Corey has a chance to throw another draw in here with the outturn in line 3.
Do you want to tap this then?
I think either the tap or the draw around. Whichever one you think's better.
I like this.
The issue with the draw around is they can create a bit of a pocket and allow Team Scotland to use that rock we see in the top of the 8-foot and just advance it right into the pocket. Wouldn't be bad if he gets this just around. Wouldn't lie 3, but he would choke that tap back on the yellow rock.
Look at Corey's release.
Straight always.
Top 8. He's a little slow out here.
Straight. Hard.
Corey way out in a little bit of a different path. Speeds slightly slower.
You're rubbing off. Go, 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 go.
This one doesn't quite have the distance.
That's good.
Even the powerful brooming from Corey Dropkin wasn't going to save that thing.
What's on your hand?
Oh, is that
Interesting little
13?
observation here. That yellow rock is now queued up right onto the shot rock on the top of the button.
Hack and straight onto one on the button.
Hard! Yeah. You're rubbing off. Go, 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 go!
Another big sweep, but
Go, go, go!
even Corey not able to get this one to go the distance.
Max effort there. Don't know what was redder, sleeve of his shirt or his face, trying to keep that one in play.
A bit more. Nice hack.
Go. No.
Bryden trying to advance that Yellowstone into the 4-foot area.
Right tip.
That under curls. You know, he could have actually hit the outside of the red rock into that yellow one. It was frozen dead on the side of the other American stone. It would have went right into the 4-foot.
But then they have this, right? What if we go up
Yeah.
here?
Top 4?
Things look better for Team USA now
just
as that
around
yellow
this
rock has
one.
been moved partially under cover.
Same
So
ice?
Corey has a chance to throw this out-turn draw in here to the top of the 4-foot again. Gets this just in for third shot. There really isn't much left for Scotland.
A little more.
Okay, line's pretty good, but always
I
straight.
like the weight.
Always straight.
So this being Corey's second throw down this path, he should have a better idea of the speed.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Going hard to try and get it past that yellow rock into the 4-foot.
Wasn't perfect, but the little bounce maneuvers it to the edge of the 4-foot.
Just curling the
I
ton
keep
at
on
the end.
giving you
Count of
more. I'm
2.
still going sideways.
Just playing for T-Ray.
But it is 4th shot currently.
And Scotland has a chance now still to advance that rock that's fully in the top of the 8-foot. Should be able to get it into the 4-foot for second shot anyway.
Trying to limit some damage here against the Americans. Scotland already trailing by 2 in the 5th.
See that yellow rock on the right-hand side of center, partially buried, but there's enough curl in the ice here. And McDonald should be able to make this tap. Just move that rock into the 4-foot.
I don't mind it.
Last throw for Scotland here in the 5th. And a big one, trying to
Probably swing, swing.
limit the U.S. scoring potential. Uh-oh, Bryden pulls off of it. Never a good look. Wow, just helped the American cause mightily. They've got 3 nestled in a scoring spot.
And the struggles continue for McDonald. We saw it at 66% prior to that shot, leaving Team USA now with a open draw for 4 for Sarah Anderson.
You think it's gonna be pretty stiff out here, right? Like a 70?
I'd say it'll be around a 13.
I
and a
think
couple.
13 flat, yeah.
Okay. Throw it good.
Well, the
Close,
majority
okay, there.
of the American shots in this end have been to the other side of the sheet, so now they've got to come back and try to make the adjustment where they haven't played in a bit.
Yeah, and in mixed doubles, the ice actually tightens up and slows down if one side of the sheet gets played for an end or two. So now Sarah has to throw the in-turn draw. You heard her talk to Corey about the speed, a 13 from hog to hog, pretty slow
Straight.
comparatively.
Hard. Come on, Corey, go.
See, this one doesn't look like it's got the distance.
It does not, but still
Good throw, Sarah.
3 red right now inside the nearest yellow. That means 3 more for the red, white, and blue. The United States lengthening the lead. It's now 5 at 7-2. 7-2 advantage for Team USA. 3 ends left to go. And you see those pre-play stones here in mixed doubles move to one side. That means power play time here for the Scots, Pete. Again, this wrinkle that each team's allowed to use once during the game as they try to open things up and get a big scoring end.
Yeah, the Scots just need to change up the rhythm of the game a little bit here. Team USA has been all over them in the middle of the sheet, so elected to play the power play here, move the rocks over, open up the front.
So the U.S. coming right into the house. That first throw from Sarah Anderson.
No, you're like edge of button.
Okay.
Our fans here in Raleigh wondering if Scotland can use this power play to potentially put a little pressure back on Team USA.
Probably go a little. What's the line like?
Just now. Lots of curling to do. Moving now.
The interesting thing about the power play is that now they're forced to play rocks to the side of the sheet, meaning they have to throw them down the middle path, which, you know, they're not positive of the speed there. Looks like this was handled perfectly, however.
Sorry.
Let's tap these.
I think back line.
Okay.
If we tick the guard, it's okay.
Five-point lead here for Team USA. Just nothing drastic right now for the Americans. Just try to kind of play percentage shots.
Yeah, just damage control now for Corey and Sarah. They have a nice, comfortable lead with only 3 ends to go. Just want to make sure that things don't get out of control here. They don't mind letting Scotland have their deuce.
Go ahead. Yep. Hard. Yes. Hard.
Corey playing a little tap out here.
Come on, Corey.
Trying to lie 2.
Go, 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 go. You got it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yep. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Sit. Woo.
That's a really good shot by Corey. Managed to tap that rock into the dead zone and roll towards the middle of lie 2.
Nice hot.
Rim just now. Close. No.
Bryden trying to follow suit now.
You're good.
Let's get across the nose.
Oh.
Able to kill that U.S. stone.
Americans still lying 1.
Hit it right here, Core.
Okay.
Heel.
Does nose work?
Now they're to the point in the end where Corey can actually
Nose.
play this
We're not
double.
gonna get by the guard with nose.
Okay.
Saw earlier Corey in his workout routine. Part of that being able to get that heart rate back down after sweeping, to be able to focus in and have that precision of the release, especially for touch shots. Here he's throwing it with a little more pace.
Yeah, this one's a little easier to manage.
Ugh.
A little thick though.
Good call.
If he hits that first rock a little thinner, he drives it across the top and is able to kill both of those yellow stones.
You just burn this run.
Yeah, and if you played, or they could always come right here, then you could always pin double
Something
anyway.
different. I don't mind coming back here. Like,
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
might throw the
they
freeze,
might
but we
throw.
need to take a chance. I'm just thinking if I leave that piece out here,
Yeah, then
They're
you're
both
losing it.
gone.
They're losing them both anyway.
and turn round the back.
Good chat there by Team Scotland. They know they don't want a bunch of rocks up over here on the side of the sheet, so they've elected to throw the in turn around, use that red rock as a bit of a guard for now.
Weight's close.
Rim.
8, 9.
Need to swing. Drop.
Bryden would love to be shot rock when this one lands.
10.
Back 4, back 8 somewhere.
Put on the brakes. Set. Down.
Let's go, Sarah.
And throws that one all the way through.
Oh, that's not very good.
Yeah, Little shake of the head.
Either that or the
Just
back
had
line.
issues throughout trying to control
I like this.
the distance on their rocks.
I like it too.
Yeah, just don't have a good handle on the
Make it.
speed.
Or do you just want a straight peel?
No, let's try it at least. Peel?
Yep.
And Pete, it's interesting, sometimes in a game, if you don't get it early, you don't get it at all.
Sometimes that is the case. You know, oftentimes we see players that just have a game where they just don't really feel it. And I've always said it has a lot to do with concentration, like how well you're able to concentrate, relax. We talked about Corey sweeping, and then having to be able to slow down his heart, be able to focus on, what that draw weight feels like.
Just Bayer.
Able to peel off that high guard there. And Scotland still potentially with a chance to have a 2 in this end, but they were hoping with the power play maybe to set something up for a 3 or a 4.
Yeah, that last draw thrown through the house by Bryden was really, really killed their hopes for any more than 2. So he's just going to try and hit this rock on the nose, lie 2, and interestingly enough, they have to hope Sarah doesn't make the double.
Yep. Well.
Trying to roll further towards the outside of the sheet there, spread those rocks out and make the double tougher.
I was thinking out. What were you thinking?
Whatever you like.
It's actually fine.
It's half rock. Maybe even a thick half.
For in?
For intern, you like intern? I think it's.
Sorry.
It's right here.
I changed my mind. I want to throw it out.
Okay.
Give it a 5-point lead. The critical thing here is make sure you get 1. If you get the double, that's a bonus at this point.
Here, then?
Yeah, contact is huge here. Killing the first one is primary. If she makes a double, that's great.
All right. Bread and butter, here we go.
So you think thick half, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, aiming really where I want to hit it.
Sounds good. Deep breath.
Sarah Anderson says she loves to draw, sketching, says, I'm not any good, but I find it relaxing. She's pretty good at curling. Trying to help the U.S. deny Scotland.
Okay, good throw.
Won't get the double, but the desired contact is there to remove 1.
I really like the conversation there. Just as she was getting ready to throw that rock, Corey basically told her, throw the turn that you like. It's a thick half, and then take a deep breath and throw it good.
So Scotland will have a wide open house. And shot here for McDonald 4-2.
Just touch the paint for a pair now for Amy McDonald.
Scotland's had some rather challenging shots throughout this game as the U.S. has had great rock placement. Don't get much easier than this. Paint for a pair. It's there for Team Scotland. And they've closed the gap a little bit. Team USA still in front, up 3 with 2 to go on curling night from Raleigh. Team USA 7-4 advantage against Scotland. Mixed doubles tonight on NBCSN Curling Night in America. A deuce for the Scots in the 6th. Means the U.S. has Hammer here holding this lead in N7. And the U.S. has opted to use its one-time power play here in this game. And Pete, Scotland used it trying to open things up to have a big scoring end. And now the U.S. using it a little bit here for defensive purposes, just to kind of control how things are going to play out?
Yeah, Team USA here just wants to make sure that they have a pretty simple chance to score. They don't need to put a lot of points on the board this end.
Sit, babe.
Sarah trying to make this tick.
Good try, Sarah. So this goes
Probably a
back
little
to-
heavy there, and just
Yeah.
removing
I have no
or
idea
actually
what's
tapping that stone to the board, so they will replace it.
How's this look, Robin?
Here, that way.
Can't remove that stone at this
Where is it? Was it?
juncture
Is that
of
one
play,
there?
so it gets
Whatever you
placed
think.
back. The yellow rock
pretty
that was
close.
nudged a little
Yeah.
bit by the shooter, put back as well, and the red rock taken out of play as a burn stone, essentially.
So now Scotland gets a chance to take advantage of that center guard.
We're not heavy anyway.
Okay, straight.
A lot of rotation.
Yeah. Swing if you need.
Trying to get this to the center line, and buried underneath that center guard there on the S.
Nice shot.
McDonald coming out to assist on the sweep.
Like an inch off nose.
Corey trying to get this cleaned up now with the double peel.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
A little thin, but long one's
Same
gone.
time.
Scotland now replacing that long guard. They love to just perfectly guard the rock
Two.
that's
1,
tight to the
2.
rings.
Swing, I think.
Still there.
Yeah, line's fine on its own. Sit.
I'll take it.
Not going to get greedy here when some of the rocks haven't cooperated for Bryden and Team Scotland. Does end up on the center line, that guard.
Yep. Yes.
Corey with another attempt at this double peel. Got to get real close to the nose here.
Nice shot.
That's what he was hoping for. And the celebration twirl there for Corey Dropkin.
Big shot there by Corey to get things opened up for Team USA.
Good one.
Great call.
Hard. Hard. Nice shot.
Nicely done. Rolls the shooter to the corner as well.
Rock spinning, Corey spinning, and the U.S.
Wait's nice.
Inside.
still in control.
Yeah.
T-line.
Yeah.
Bryden now playing the out-turn draw,
Right
trying to
away.
freeze on
Right
shot
away.
rock.
Hold the line, make sure we're shot.
Yeah, we're good. Sit. Nice shot.
Perfectly done.
13-4 on theirs.
Yeah.
Corey trying to follow suit here, just wants to freeze high side.
Line's good.
I like the weight.
Line's great.
Top 4.
Yep.
Not a very big
How's
spot to
line?
land for this
Little
rock.
bounce.
Yep.
Little bounce.
Whoa.
Don't
whoa,
want to bounce,
whoa,
just
yep,
want to
yep.
freeze on the side of this yellow rock.
Yep. Nice shot.
Nicely done.
Great line call, Sarah.
They're 13-8. Really good.
I almost lost my balance in that slide.
They've left me a stencil.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same line as me, but I think you take
I think
Lawrence to
they're-
get there.
Great touch there by Corey. Really good line call also by Sarah to make sure that that rock is
If
high
you're ever
enough
tight and
so
just
it
chip
stays
this, it's fine. As long as
for
you don't
shot
get-
rock. They give that yellow rock a little tiny tap. And Team USA now lies 1.
Again, the U.S. with hammer here.
Okay, that's my next question.
Could have communicated that
Scotland
one.
trying to use that overlap as a
probably like
guard now, trying to go around to stay shot rock.
Yeah.
It's okay. That one's over.
Line only right now.
Room?
We're not bad.
Room? Always straight though, just now. Yeah.
Last for McDonald, Scotland, and 7.
Where is it?
Wait, it's good.
Stay on it.
Trying to get this one as deep as possible and still be shot rock so that it's under cover. I'm not sure there. Maybe a little miscommunication.
I think we go for it. I mean, I think let's for sure make sure we do that. But I mean, it's for
Looks
2.
like they've left Sarah a double for 3, possibly.
Yeah. Let's make sure we do this.
Yeah. I mean, and this is fine,
Yeah.
right? That's
You
make sure we get our 1 here.
control with this? Or normal with this?
Control or normal.
Main objective here for Sarah is
like
to
normal.
score.
Yeah, I think this is
Put
the
1
board for
point on the
normal.
board is big.
I would advance that lead to 4 entering the final end if it's 1 for Team USA.
Not a lot of room there for the double. Probably best to just make sure they hit and stay and take 1.
Sweep for nose, and once we got that secure, we can let it curl. You got it, Sarah. Make it good.
Yep.
So the plan is go for 1, and if it's close, maybe try to make the double.
Whoa!
Yeah, main objective here is to score, so nose hit is primary. This one
Right, Robin.
overthrown a bit, high side and roll out now. Who shot rock is the question.
Just killed it.
Measure.
Yeah, might as well.
Measure.
Well, they will bring out the stick to decide who has critical point here in N7. Measurement coming up in Raleigh.
Could just do the next end though.
So they've grabbed the stick and are putting it to work here to decide who has the lone point in end number 7. The Red Rock of Team USA, the Yellowstone
Yep, yellow.
of the Scots, and it is a steal of 1 for Scotland. So Pete, the United States not out of the woods yet.
Big score there for Scotland to keep themselves in the game.
1 end left. The U.S. does have hammer back, and now after getting a steal of 1, the Scots need a steal of 2 at least to send us to a 1-shot shootout. That's the tie-breaking format here on NBCSN Curling Night in America.
Line only.
Steal of 3 would
Line only. We're on it.
allow them to win the game.
Straight for the bomb. Straight.
As always, trying to get this first one on here perfectly.
I don't know if I moved it.
Where's turn
High rock over curling slightly, but still shot rock for Scotland.
Because then if it overcurls, you get thrown in the back.
Yeah. Back 12.
Just back 12.
In the U.S. at 1 point, the lead was 5 at 7-2, but Scotland still just chipping away here to give themselves an opportunity in the last.
Go ahead. Yep. Yep.
Boy, it's good.
Hard. Never off. Hard. Hard.
Dropkin,
Roll it. Go, go, go.
tick shot here for Team
Great
USA.
shot, Sarah. It's a pistol.
Yeah, spinning it into the rings. Lovely indeed.
Fantastic shot by Sarah there to get things going. Moves the guard out of the way, rolls the shooter on the paint.
Pete Scotland took advantage of a little opportunity there to pick up that steal in the last end. If you're looking for a steal of 2, is there a good strategy to try to achieve that here in mixed?
Well, it's really tough now following that tick shot just made by Sarah, but Scotland needs to throw the center guard back up.
Okay.
Trying to guard shot rock, that rock over curling as we see. They've just struggled with rock placement the entire game. Corey and Sarah have had the advantage for the majority of this
match. I don't really
match.
care to throw normal right now. I'd rather throw firm or peel.
Okay, throw firm then.
Okay.
This is good.
The U.S. not as crisp
Can I get a little
as they
less?
were in the first 4 ends when they, or make it the first 5 ends when they built that big 7-2 advantage. That's allowed Scotland to just kind of hang around here. Dropkin
Yep. Yes.
with the next for the Americans.
Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We like to roll.
That's great.
Eliminating rocks here for Team USA is job number 1. Dropkin does that, taking out 1 yellow. One of the Americans' own red, too. But again, scoring's not the issue now. It's limiting scoring for Scotland.
Exactly the objective on that last shot. Just make that yellow rock go away.
Nicer line.
Wait's nice.
Stay on the inside. You've got Rin this time.
Bryden now trying to get one dunked around that center guard.
Straight. Yep. Always straight.
Yeah, gotta go.
Okay.
Looks like they might have not quite shot rock, but taking advantage of that red rock belonging to Team USA that's in the back of the forefoot.
Yeah. This way.
Yeah. 3/4 rock. Out turn. Out turn. Yeah.
Turns a shot. That way, Corey's not risking running that guard onto the red rock in the top corner of the house.
Clean. Clean. Good job.
Execution again. Perfect for Team USA.
Yeah.
The same ice is fine.
Bryden now replacing the guard, trying to guard that yellow rock.
2, 3.
Okay. Rim just now.
2.
Okay. Straight then.
Carol.
Carl. Okay. Careful. Go.
So Corey will peel this guard again, likely. That rock over curls. Pretty good line there where that one landed, but Corey will peel the guard. Scotland will have to play a little tap. Yellow to red. Sarah should just have a simple peel out for the win.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Good.
Another peel for Dropkin. And Scotland's got to have 2
Yeah, like bar.
Okay, Barriers. Just on
in
the
a
nose.
counting spot, at least when all is said and done. That would potentially send us to a 1-shot shootout in our curling night format. No extra ends, as you might see in other competitions.
Then we blast it. Get that one to shoot count.
That doesn't even need a count. All it matters if you clear one of theirs.
Yeah.
The shot is for Scotland here to just
High and heavy.
tap yellow to red. Move that red rock back maybe a foot just so that they lie to, and try and use that red rock
Yeah.
to make removal a little bit more difficult for Sarah.
Heard the Americans talking. They've got the math down of what they need to do here, assuming Scotland makes this. McDonald, not a look of confidence.
Hard swing, hard! You got it!
Yeah, she's got it.
Nose hit. Interesting that they played that particular shot. They've made this quite simple now for Sarah Anderson. She just has to make contact with that top yellow one.
Aiming for nose. Yeah. No need to be cute.
Peel or firm?
I'm gonna throw peel.
Okay. They're good, Sarah.
Erase one yellow, and the Stars and Stripes will take the W. Sarah Anderson, Corey Dropkin,
Just clean.
the shot for the victory.
Yep.
That works. Red Shooter ends up being the scoring rock to make the final 8-5. Anderson and Dropkin with another impressive victory here at home in the States, in North Carolina. Back to wrap things up on this edition of NBCSN Curling Night in a moment. NBCSN Curling Night in America has been brought to you by TeamUSAFund.org. Every donation matters. Show your support for Team USA. Visit TeamUSAFund.org to make a gift today. By the members and sponsors of USA Curling. By the World Curling Federation, proud supporter of curling everywhere. And by Toyota, going places. Here in Raleigh, Sarah Anderson and Corey Dropkin finalizing their victory against Scotland with this play in the 8th to seal the deal and notch another W. The Americans take it 8-5, and they're ready to chat about the victory with Tana.
Sarah, Corey, rounding out your week with another win, but Scotland kept it pretty close in this match. Talk about that 7th end, things obviously not going how you'd hope with the power play, and your mindset going into the 8th.
Yeah, we were playing the power play pretty conservatively. We wanted it nice and open because if we scored one, that would be fine. So, of course, yeah, giving up a steal wasn't ideal, but played it pretty conservatively.
Now, all week long, Corey, your rhythm, your chemistry has definitely been in tune. You've been in tune with this crowd, no doubt. What's your overall experience been at this Curling Night in America?
It's been so great. Raleigh's done such a good job hosting it, and all the fans for coming out have been amazing this whole week. And so, it's been a privilege of an experience to be here.
All right, you two, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anderson and Dropkin winning as we take a look, Pete, at our Jägermeister shot of the game, and it comes from end number 2.
Yeah, Corey and Sarah really outplayed the Scots the entire game, but this particular shot in the second end by Sarah Anderson, a delicate little tap for 2, sets the tone, gives them the lead and control of the game.
Weight's nice. Back 8.
Hear their communication leading to success. The tap for 2, our Jägermeister shot of the game. Fans enjoyed that, and the rest of the proceedings in this draw, the other finals, Italy over Japan in men's play 8-3. John Schuster and Team USA also playing at a big 5-0 lead. It's enough to hang on and win 6-5 over Scotland. And the other mixed doubles contest, Italy 9, Japan 2, the final in that one. So more points picked up from these games for our 4 nations. In the overall chase for the American Cup, the United States still in control. Italy in second, followed by Japan and Scotland. As we head to our final session, our final show of the season coming up. And for that, we'll see Olympic gold medalist John Schuster and his teammates in action next time around against Italy, Pete, an Italian team that beat John Schuster in round robin play in Pyeongchang.
And Schuster and company will be motivated to make up that loss. against the Italians.
And we'll see how it plays out for Team Schuster against Team Retornaz coming up in our next episode. On this night, Robin Ryden and Amy McDonald battling Corey Dropkin and Sarah Anderson. And the Scots struggled with the ice while the Americans were dialed in, delivering another victory for Team USA. For Tanith White, Pete Fenson, and our entire NBC Sports crew, thanks for making this night another great NBCSN curling night in America.